speaking of that, about black-owned stuff, Instagram ads and labels of business, black-owned business profiles option as an option now. So now you can say black-owned business as an option on Instagram. Before, Rob, funny thing you said about Google. Before you used to Google black stuff, and they'll say like a black mom. They show like some ghetto shit or some other crazy. Now they're gonna change it. I mean, the George Floyd thing last year woke up a lot of people to realize like, hey, these black people got dollars, and now they protesting with their pockets. Hopefully, except for Gucci. I don't know about Gucci.
And like I said, it's like I said on a previous show, right? As a black business owner, you have access to the biggest consumer in America, which is Black America. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, market to your own people. There's nothing wrong with that. White companies have been doing that to us for eons. Mm-hmm. It's time to turn it around. Mm-hmm. A lot of time to learn from it.
Get us FUBU, but give you FUBU back. Boys, buy us, baby. Now, what else? Oh yeah, sorry. TikTok strikes a highlight issue of what? Oh, composition of the race. The creators. They the conversation about the creators of TikTok. They started making the economics for the black people. They was like black TikTokers wasn't getting paid for the dance. They started all the dance trends. What's that lady? Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion dances and all that stuff, and then they was getting disrespected, and the white TikTokers were getting all the money for that. Thoughts?
We've always been leaders in style and fashion and everything. So obviously TikTok was just another outlet, and I think like you said, they were creating this. They were creating the dances and the style, and other people were going on to get money for it. So I think it's important that they start to realize, it's a question of intellectual property. You know what I mean? So who owns it? Who owns the dance? Who owns the song or whatever it is that they created, or the meme or whatever? So I think it's great that that we start to believe and start to think that these people need to start getting paid. Like the person who creates it needs to start getting paid. So I think it's a fantastic thing.
You know what bothers me, Derek, and this is the same thing that we've always dealt with, the same playbook. So what happens is somebody comes up with a platform or a mechanism, and then we wind up doing well at it, and then we're not getting paid for it. Right. Or we'll come up with some idea or some type of trend, and then somebody will create something around that, and they'll put the infrastructure around it, and they'll get paid for it. I keep going back to ownership. So in other words, is there a black variation of TikTok? If it's not, why not? That's my point. So at a certain point, instead of making everybody else rich, just do it for yourselves. There's enough black people who are technologically sound enough to come up with their own system. And every single time we come up with something or do something, someone else benefits from it more than us. And we build these brands. We build this stuff.
Correct. We're innovators. We're trendsetters. And the thing is,
just not owners.
Correct. The thing is with the TikTok thing is that people.
You're right, Tiger. Word. No, sorry, Rob.
Yeah, no, it's all right. The thing is that you come out with something that goes viral as a black person, right? But then somebody with a bigger following takes it, copies it, and then they make it even bigger. That's what the problem is. Right. So now I don't know if you're able to like copyright or trademark like a dance or something like that, because that's a lot of the issues. Matter of fact, you guys remember when Michael Jackson moonwalked on TV for the first time?
Yeah.
Okay. And then people were saying Michael Jackson invented the moonwalk, which wasn't true. He did not invent the moonwalk.
Right.
Break dancers and all of them invented the moonwalk.
Yeah.
Correct. But that's exactly what's happening on TikTok, because Michael Jackson had a gigantic platform. He can reach more people, and they're seeing it for the first time. And then guess what? Michael Jackson gets paid for it, and he gets credit for inventing the moonwalk, which is not true. And that's what's happening here on TikTok. You got a young lady who invents a dance, right? And then all of a sudden, a guy with 1 million followers, he goes and does the dance. And guess what? The guy with the 1 million followers gets credit for inventing it. Yep. So the thing is, they got to find some way to basically where you can maybe trademark or copyright or what have you this content, so that this doesn't keep happening. Because like I said, we're innovators. We started, and basically they finish it and they profit from it.
So can we pull back from it? That's my question.
That's what the people are saying now.
They're not doing the videos. They're not doing the dances.
They're not going to do the dances. They're not going to do that. So TikTok's got to find out a way. So you got to look at it like this. The only way I kind of think you're going to be able to do it is if I do a dance today, they got to timestamp it for it being the first time it's ever been put up there. Mm-hmm. And then if Johnny Smo with 60 million followers does it, he can't get credit for it. And if he makes money, he got to break me off that cheese because I put it up first. That's the only way I think you kind of can do it. But that's what's happening. They can't
do it because if you remember,
they absolutely can do it. They can do anything.
Right. There was a time when there was a lot of people, writers, I think, went to war with YouTube. And they wanted to make sure from these shows that the writers, anything that was paid, I don't care if you looked at Letterman on YouTube, if you looked at his show, the writers like, we want a percentage of that. And they wound up, remember they had the big writer's strike?
Yep.
Yeah.
None of them had writers. This is what the same thing. Same thing. You've got to make sure that you can leverage your position. And that's what they're going to do.
And I'm going to give you another example. Like, boxing's been around, but now the Pauls are going to come and steal boxing, and they're going to make more money from it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's going to happen.
And boxing will die. Right,
and it will. It will die. Dying already. It will die. He's fighting Tyron Woodley, right?
Who?
I think Jake Paul.
Yeah, then he want to fight what's the guy named? The rapper.
The Game,
yeah.
He wants to fight the Game. I don't think the Game is going to fight him. That would be too much for Game to lose. But the thing is, like, they're going to be able to control boxing because they can put so many asses in the seats. It's about followers.
Think about this right now. No, you're right, Rock. Here, think about this. Tristan Thompson and Lamar Odom are beefing right now. Them two throwing some gloves. Ain't nobody going to see go watch Coronado, whatever them to fight the other guys.
Carnello,
nobody going to watch none of them.
Yeah, because they
got a bigger following.
Correct.
That's nobody. I'm
sorry.
That's
what's going to happen.
But that's well, you know, that it's the marketplace ideas, man. It's the you know, they're fighting for eyeballs. It's not there. It comes down to the promoter. You know, you gotta get yourself a good promoter and who has the best promotion.
I don't care if you have anybody's promoting boxing right now. If these star athletes, people with bigger platform, 3 million followers, they will destroy the boxing industry. Because they have a bigger platform to reach other people. They're gonna come back from that.